Hello everyone. Recently on Sunday mornings we've been in a series titled Wisdom Made Whole. We've looked at where we get our wisdom, how we can focus on wisdom, and last Sunday we received some advice that I think everyone needed to hear, which was to slow down. Everything is moving faster than ever, and because of how fast it's moving, everything seems to have an air of uncertainty. I can't attest to this, but I'd be willing to bet that a parent is a person who sees this, unlike anyone. Along with the world moving faster than ever, they see their children grow up in hyperspeed. And I'm sure it can be scary. A mother and father never stop worrying about their kid. That I can attest to. A parent hopes that what they've done over the last 18 years or so is going to be good enough to get their child started and successful as they become members of society. And something I don't think every parent would admit, but they also hope that their child will come to them when they need help. Even though they're grown up, they need to know that they can seek wisdom from their parents. And maybe now they'll actually listen. We asked parents of our seniors to share some advice that they thought might be helpful as their children are going on to the next phase of their life. Let's see what advice and wisdom they'd like to pass along.
So the best piece of advice I have is it's okay if you don't know what you want to do, and it's okay if you change your mind. Take these next couple of years while you're at college and take classes. Go get a job that you're not sure about and learn these things. Choose a job, choose a profession, choose your life on what makes you excited and what makes you energetic to get up every morning and go do. And it's okay if you change your mind.
The thing that I wish that I had understood sooner is that God doesn't make mistakes. We are made the way we are for a purpose. And one thing in particular that I want you to know is that even when people are uncomfortable with things about you and say that maybe something isn't quite right, that can't be possible because you were made the way you were for a purpose. And even strong emotions have a purpose, and when they are understood and directed properly, they are actually a strength and not a weakness.
Probably the number one thing that I was told earlier, as I graduated high school, you get out of school, you're now an adult, you feel like you have conquered the world. My uncle told me one time, he said you were given 2 ears and 1 mouth, and that was for a reason, because you can learn twice as much by listening as you can speaking. Another friend told us one time that never give up, never quit, follow your dreams. That's what keeps you going.
Another thing is that it's okay to make mistakes, that you don't have to have everything figured out, don't have to be perfect in everything that you do. In fact, imperfection is what makes us human and what makes us perfect in our own way.
These kids, when they're in high school, they are wanting to know what their career paths are as a high school student. A lot of them do sports, a lot of them do a lot of extracurricular activities. At their age, and even at anyone's age, you do not know exactly what you want to do. So there again, that's where you would want to follow your dreams and just do what you like. If you are at a job and you dread going to bed at night, knowing that you're going to have to get up and go do something the next day that you don't like, it's time for a change. You have to be able to enjoy, even though it's work, you have to like your work or love your work or enjoy your work. If you dread it, it's not going to be fun.
Well, as parents, you're given lots of advice pretty much from the time your children are born until they enter into young adulthood, one of those things that I was told by multiple friends and family were to just enjoy it. And I think they meant by that to enjoy each phase of your children's lives. And for me, that's been something that has been important, to focus on the good of each phase, whether it be infancy, toddlerhood, the elementary years or the high school years, to enjoy it because it does go quickly, and that has definitely been true for us.
Well, I guess the best advice I receive is be sure your children act more like their mother than you. But no, the best piece of advice I ever received was to always take time to stop and enjoy the moment. No matter what the moment is, whether it's a sunset or a walk down the beach or whatever, it's to take time just to enjoy that, because you never know when you'll get that moment again.
I think the best piece of advice I've ever gotten is to not pray for patience, because that gives you more trials, and I didn't know that for a long time. Kenda Jones taught me that. You just got to trust God and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. But the best piece of advice I could ever give anybody is to be kind. No matter what, be kind. No matter what your day's like or who you're with, just be kind. And then everything else kind of falls into place.
In Proverbs chapter 2, it says this, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding. Yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." Much like the clips that we just watched of the parents of our graduating seniors, God has provided wisdom for us. It is readily available to us. Certainly it's perfect wisdom when we're talking about the Word of God and what can be found there. But He has also provided us with opportunities for gleaning wisdom from those that are around us, whether it is parents who help us through some of the challenging times in life, or grandparents, or Bible class teachers, or other people that we know who are faithful to God. Those are the ones that we really need to lean on for wisdom in this life. And so I hope that's what we're doing with our lives, and I especially find that this is a time when we want to share wisdom as we're celebrating our seniors who are about to move into a new chapter of life. So I hope that you'll be here on Sunday night at Southside. Come join us as we celebrate the graduates for 2022 at Southside. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.